In 2024, Ukrainian intelligence services allegedly used a smartwatch to assassinate a Russian officer. In this new age of warfare, even something as simple as a wearable can be deadly. Today we're exploring the shocking hidden dangers of smartwatches that most people never see coming. Smartwatches are praised for convenience, but they hide overlooked dangers. They collect user data, which is uploaded to the cloud for analysis and often sold to third parties, mainly advertisers. However, within the military and intelligence circles, it can mean the difference between life or death. There have been reports of alarming physical injuries that have already been caused by smartwatch technical malfunctions. The media has also reported about units that have overheated, melted, or even caught fire while in use, resulting in severe burns. In one instance, someone's smartwatch battery exploded, resulting in third-degree burns. With the rapid pace of technological progress, analysts warn that such devices could theoretically be manipulated as weapons in the near future, capable of delivering electric shocks or even electrocution. What appears to be a harmless wearable could therefore pose alarming risks to personal safety, transforming everyday smartwatches into a hidden weapon. If electrocution already sounds alarming, the espionage risks are even more terrifying, because smartwatches have already been weaponized in real assassinations, as demonstrated by multiple cases. One such case occurred in June 2023. This is after a Russian submarine commander known as Stanislav Ruzitsky was fatally shot during his morning jog in Krasnodar. Surprisingly, Ruzitsky maintained a public profile on the Strava fitness app and had even linked his Garmin Fenix GX smartwatch to his real name. He also regularly uploaded data of his running and cycling routes, including the 30th anniversary at Victory Park. Shockingly, Victory Park later turned out to be the exact location of his death. His Strava profile even featured publicly accessible photos and details like his running shoes, providing a valuable resource for identification. Following his assassination, it was revealed that Ukrainian intelligence might have leveraged that data to track his movements before planning how and when to kill him. Russian authorities even stated that they had arrested a Ukrainian man in connection with the killing. And yet another case occurred in September 2024, when a covert operation shook Lebanon and Syria. This is after thousands of pagers and walkie-talkies used by Hezbollah suddenly exploded, leaving at least 42 people dead and over 3,000 injured. It was later revealed that these attacks were carried out by Israel's Mossad and were later dubbed Operation Grim Beeper. Following the attacks, it turned out that these devices had been purchased from a Taiwanese company, but secretly rigged with explosives years earlier. This wasn't just another strike, it exposed Hezbollah's most serious security breach since the conflict with Israel escalated in 2023. It also shows just how dangerous everyday tech can be. Things like pagers, walkie-talkies, and even smartwatches can become deadly tools. Here's where the real danger comes in. Covert operations hackers can remotely activate a smartwatch's microphone or camera, turning an innocent-looking device into a silent spy tool. If that smartwatch happens to belong to a foreign leader's aide or close associate, the risks are enormous. Sensitive conversations, confidential strategies, or even documents in the background could be exposed without anyone realizing it. What was designed to be a tool for health tracking and convenience suddenly becomes a security liability. For governments, militaries, and even ordinary users, these wearables are less a modern convenience and more a ticking time bomb. Earlier on in 2017, an investigative group known as Bellingcat analyzed an enormous dataset from Strava containing over 3 trillion GPS points. Leveraging this data, Bellingcat managed to uncover sensitive US government locations across Syria, Niger, Afghanistan, and other regions. Think about that for a minute. Data from something as simple as a fitness tracking app being used to triangulate precise locations of what ought to be top-secret locations. This is something often considered harmless, but evidence has shown that it could inadvertently expose critical military and intelligence secrets, highlighting a major privacy and security vulnerability in widely used wearable technology. More recently, the US Army's Criminal Investigation Division sent out a serious warning to the Department of Defense personnel about the counterintelligence risks of smartwatches. They even launched a social media campaign called "What's Wrong with This Picture?", showing a soldier typing on a computer while wearing an Apple Watch. The message was clear: smartwatches can transmit sensitive information. Don't be an insider threat. Think before using one in the field or on deployment. You might ask yourself, why the alert? The thing is, there have been reports of unsolicited smartwatches being sent to military personnel. Once activated, these devices automatically connect to Wi-Fi and sync with phones. This syncing potentially allows hackers to access personal data, everything from contacts to banking information, and any other valuable data they might choose to extract upon gaining access to the device. Some have even been found to be carrying malware, allowing remote access to microphones or cameras. Needless to say, that means that hackers could have a lot of top-secret information at their disposal. The scary part is, we can only guess how far they can go with that information. Their message was clear: if a smartwatch shows up that you never ordered, don't use it. Report it at once. These gadgets, seemingly harmless, could seriously compromise operational security. If you're fascinated by this video, like and subscribe, because here we break down the hidden secrets behind multiple timepieces. It's kind of fascinating when you also notice how many world leaders have been spotted wearing smartwatches. Barack Obama was seen rocking a Fitbit Surge, while Joe Biden has been caught wearing an Apple smartwatch on multiple occasions. For spies, it's almost like a green light. The smartwatch on the wrist of a president or prime minister could give away far more than they realize. It could expose their movements, conversations, and daily habits, turning a simple gadget into a powerful tool that could be used against them and their countries. In any case, it's absurd that a president of the most powerful nation on earth could be allowed to wear such a risky timepiece. If you're interested in the extraordinary watches worn by American presidents, check out our video exploring the timepieces of these influential White House leaders. You won't believe the secrets behind their choices. Based on these cases, one thing is evident. Today's world is drowning in ubiquitous technical surveillance. And that only makes the work of the military and intelligence personnel even more complex. Basically, every move, click, and even how these individuals walk can be tracked, stored forever, and later pieced together to figure out who they are, who they know and have been talking to, the places they have visited, and what they have been doing. With AI and advanced analytics, intelligence agencies or even hackers can turn it into a digital trail that's nearly impossible to erase. And in an age of facial recognition and behavioral tracking, staying off the grid might already be a thing of the past. Smartwatches may seem like a nightmare for military personnel and intelligence officers worried about being tracked. However, as is the case with every story, there is a positive side to these devices. You see, those very same devices can also be a goldmine for US intelligence. If they manage to tap into a foreign intelligence officer's smartwatch, they instantly gain access to priceless information. They can see the officer's entire routine. That's what intelligence pros call a pattern of life. And if you know someone's habits, you know exactly how and when to bump into them for a casual chance encounter that could turn into a recruitment opportunity. Smartwatches have become an almost must-have for many people in the world today. For most people, owning a smartwatch makes perfect sense, since they can use them to track fitness, help in communication, ease navigation, and even monitor sleep. But for military and intelligence services, the risks are magnified. In the wrong hands, smartwatch data can expose covert troop movements, reveal the identities of undercover operatives, or even allow terrorists to plan ambushes with deadly precision. So, a smartwatch is really worth the massive security risks, or are we blindly ignoring a ticking time bomb on our wrists? Here's the terrifying truth. History has seen the deadliest watch in the world. Discover all the shocking details in our previous video.